Yo, what's happening? Coach Chris. Doing what we do out here in nature. You know, it's as if nature just inspires me. I feel at home. Anywho, today we're going to touch on the topic. Another common area of concern for me. Well, not necessarily concern, but it raises flags every time I hear someone say this, which is, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Who are you not to judge? Do you feel like the only judge is the one in the sitting up at this desk with a gown on and a gavel at the podium or whatever his bench is called, his bench? Why is he qualified to be the judge and not you? Now, the difference is that judge penalizes you and gives you a mandatory consequence in which you cannot escape or avoid. You as a judge should still have the same power within yourself to evaluate a situation and make a decision based upon the evidence. Now, the reason why we must judge is because who am I to judge? I know who you are when you don't judge. You a fool. You foolish. Because if you don't judge a situation, you'll fall for anything. You'll be easily led astray. You'll go for anything if you don't evaluate what's happening around you or happening to you, or what you're observing happening, even if it's not happening to you. You will just be what's the phrase? Susceptible to anything. You know, I personally learned back in middle school, evaluation is the highest level of thought. The highest level of thinking is evaluation. That is to judge. Now in life, what we should not do is label someone based on the judgment that we pass. There's a significant difference. Now, because someone has done an act that we find pleasing or displeasing, it's not wise of us to label that person as that. If you see someone do a basketball dunk, a move you've never seen before, it's the most amazing dunk that you've ever seen, it's not wise to necessarily label them as the best dunker of all time, the best ever, just because this is your evaluation of this moment. Don't label them. And likewise, if you see someone robbing a bank, you must judge what they're doing and decide whether this is right or wrong, good or bad, XYZ. If you see them robbing a bank, you decide this is not the thing to do. But you don't have to label them as a bad person, because if they acknowledge where they err, they could change. So you leave that room for them to be whoever it is they choose to be. You don't label a person. You don't have that power to decide who this person is and this is who they are because this is how I feel, this is what I think, or this is the judgment that I pass, so this is you. You cannot do that. You judge and then you don't personalize it. You don't take it in and decide that now you are dictating who this person is. So there is a significant difference between judgment and labeling someone. Okay, we must judge. We must use that level of discernment. Otherwise, we're susceptible to fall for anything. We cannot just say, well, this person does this, they cheat on their spouse, they don't work, they're lazy, they don't do this or they don't do that, or they do this thing that I don't like. But who am I to judge? I'm going to keep hanging with them. Who am I to judge? No, you need to do that. You need to judge and be honest about what the situation is, what the reality is in that moment. Now, you don't have to say this is a bad person. Just say, I can't deal with them right now because of what level that they are on right now. Now, when they decide to do something different, when they decide something different for themselves, then there's a possibility that I can deal with you. But for now, I must pass this judgment and do what's best for me and be in tune with reality. Because if you decide not to be honest about the reality, you living in fantasy. You living in your imagination. You're off in your head about what it is this person is, what it is this person is really about. Well, these work trucks probably passing by like, what is this dude doing out in the middle of nowhere talking into a camera? It's life. But hey, whatever he thinks, that's fine. Who am I to judge? But anyway, we have to be honest. This TNT lifestyle is about being a truth seeker. You have to be in love with the truth. Have to be in love with the truth, and that means passing judgment. It's okay to judge. It's not okay to label. It's not okay to condemn. It's not okay to exalt someone. Just take them for what they are in that moment and focus on you. But don't be afraid to use that evaluation, the highest level of thinking. Take back your mind. They say only God can judge. They mean is only God can condemn or can punish, or we don't, that's for another video. But right now, use your judgment. Be wise. Stand for something or fall for anything. So TNT. Get back at y'all in a minute. 1.